Okay. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Generation Optimistic podcast. My name is Hannah, for those who don't know. And to my left, I have...
My name is Dominic. Nice to be here.
Yeah. And then I have...
My name is Noah.
Okay. So today we're going to be talking about if our faith has been tested. So for those who don't know, I am a sophomore at Morgan State University. And Dom?
I'm a sophomore at Oakland University.
And then Noah.
And I'm a junior at Lanphier High School.
Yeah. I don't know where that is, but shout out. We shout out to them. All right. So Noah, you're in high school still. What are some of your expectations that you have for your college experience? If that's something that you want to do, which I think it is.
Expectations for my college experience?
What are you looking forward to when you go? Just one thing. It could be a party, whatever.
Man, that's a hard question. You hit me with. I feel like expectations, I want it to be different from high school. I don't want to feel like I'm just going to high school all over again.
All over again?
Yeah.
You want to go out of state or you want to stay home?
I'm going to look at both.
Hello. Definitely. I say for my perspective, because I'm out of state, I'm in Baltimore. It's definitely a good experience, but you definitely have to be independent quick.
Yeah, you like them Baltimore accents?
To do. Shout out to y'all. You're a glam. Okay, and then Dom, how do you feel staying home? Because you're not too far, but you're still a distance away. How do you feel being away from home, but not too far,
So for me, I'm on campus, so it's kind of like being away from home, even though I'm pretty close. It's still kind of nice because I get to go see, my family on weekends. I get to go home for holidays, and it's not too far. So, altogether, I'd say for me at least, it's, preferable to going out of state where I just don't know anybody.
Yeah.
And I still get that, little bit of independence since I live on campus.
Did you know anybody when you went on, or it took you a second to, move and groove?
Yeah, I knew one of my really good friends from high school.
Okay.
And that was, one connection that is, really solid for me throughout the year, so.
Yeah. I think for me, there's a good amount of Detroit people at Morgan, but, I didn't know anybody going there. I had to, kind of find them once I got there. But you came to Morgan State recently. What are the vibes? How'd you like it?
I liked it the best, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like Morgan State had a really good presentation for, the tour guides. And when the spot we came in where they were advertising different events that were happening at the school.
Yeah, because you guys came during campaign season, so that was good. You like the campus and everything?
Yeah, campus is nice. I like it.
Yeah. It's funny because I never had a tour for Morgan State. I kind of went in blind going to that school because when I was going into my freshman year, they didn't have tours because, COVID wasn't still crazy, but they just weren't having any tours at the time. So when I went, it was just I'm just going to see what the vibes are and everything. So, Dom, do you have any Christian groups at your school?
Yeah, I'm part of a group called InterVarsity. It's a large group on campus, and we have a bunch of different cells on campus. So, they'll host one Bible study, maybe in, the main building, which is the Oakland Center, kind of like the hangout spot on campus. And then they'll have one in, the different dorms. Usually, the groups, some are large, some are smaller, but it's really solid. Every time we meet, we either, play games or, do some type of fellowship beforehand, and then afterwards, we read a chapter from the Bible. For example, we were going through Mark this year. So it was really good time. Learned a lot of good stuff.
Did you start, what was the timeline from you getting on campus to start in the group? Was it quick or did it take you a little minute to get in there?
So it was relatively quick. It was I'd say a month in.
Okay.
We had this career fair. Well, not career fair. We had this
organization
fair.
Okay,
yeah. And I went up to their booth and I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. My school... my high school, actually, because I went to a Christian high school, they had told me about the group beforehand, so I kind of went in knowing a little bit about them already.
So how do you feel coming from, because I went to just a regular public school, how do you feel going from a Christian school to then just your university, which isn't Christian-based, right? No, I don't think they are.
So it's actually, not weird at all. Since I've had, a Christian upbringing, that kind of sticks with me as I go through a secular, college.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really feel weird. It's just different.
Yeah. Was there anything that interests you that was kind of to the left, but you still wanted to?
Nah.
Not really?
People did a lot of stupid stuff.
Hello.
I will say, yeah. But you can see it from a mile away most of the time. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then at your school, you just go to a regular?
Yeah.
Okay, not a Christian school or nothing. Yeah, same. I didn't go to anything. How is yours? Because obviously we've grown up in church forever. How is your I would say dynamic when you're at school compared to when you're with us at church? Is it different or the same?
I feel like it's partially different because we all grew up in church, so it's like we all have seen each other since literally we were like babies.
Mm-hmm.
So it is different. Plus, we know each other's families and parents and stuff. Whereas at school, and I just switched schools this year.
Okay.
So, well, last year technically, but this school year. So it is different trying to get used to like the different people and environment. But yeah, I think it is kind of different. I think so.
Okay. So either one you can answer, but how do you feel when it comes to like your parents telling you to do something in regards to your faith, or do you do it yourself? Because like I know for me the longest it was like, because my mom, she was over children's church, so like I had to do it, because that was my girl, I had to do whatever. But I think moving to college is like you have to do it for yourself. So what was your guys' process in that, if you had that? You want to go? Oh, you want to go?
I feel like for me, it was definitely, I think, started over COVID, where I was more like, I really want to get into this and not just, I'm going to wait for the next time we have a class. Especially because when we were doing online, it was like,
it was up in the air.
Trying to figure it out, yeah. So I definitely think that was the transition point because, my mom was one of the teachers.
Yep, same. And then what about for you? Because all of our
parents
are literally, all of our parents are literally in children's church. So we kind of did not have a choice. But how did you do it going from high school to then college, doing it for yourself?
So I'd say it was actually like better in college than it was in high school. Because in high school, like we had our chapel and everything, but that was mandatory. It's like 8 a.m. Okay,
Yeah, you gotta go.
Everybody's just waking up. But in college though, you gotta seek it out for yourself and meet others who are kind of like into the same thing, right? And so because you put your own effort into it, it makes it a lot more personal. And it just makes it really nice because you can build your own relationships and it's nothing is forced. So
did you ever have a time where like you just didn't feel like doing it? Because I know me, some days on Sunday I did not wake up for church. Shout out to Pastor Kelly, we love her, but I just didn't. Saturday night, you know what I mean? Like I didn't get up, but a good thing is online because I can always watch it back. Did you ever like have a moment like that, or you were pretty like consistent?
I'd say there are definitely times where I didn't feel like going, but like the relationships that I made were part of the reason why I wanted to go. Yeah. Okay. So that was like really helpful for me.
And then Noah, how do you? Because like obviously we're gone, so we're not here during like the school year. Because like usually we'll have fun at church because we all do cameras together, so we can all see each other. How did you feel when we left? Was there like any like I don't feel like going to
behind?
Well, we did not.
Yes, I did.
Did you like feel like I don't feel like doing cameras no more because they're not doing it?
No, I still like doing the cameras. Okay. But I think I feel like now it's been more times where more than like when I was like a little kid where I haven't been in church, or maybe I might come here, I might be late and they already on the cameras. But I mean, I do have fun doing the cameras. I still do. I just got to remember sometimes when I walk in, like, let me go on the camera. Nobody's on there.
Nobody's on there.
Yeah. But definitely, I feel like it's kind of the same. The youth classes and the children's ministry, I feel like it's different because y'all left me behind.
Let's talk about it. No, because when like Enai and them left us, it felt different for us too. I think it's just a domino effect, honestly.
The other thing is there's always an age gap, and the age gap for us is kind of
it's usually always pretty big.
It's like me and Ivani, and then the rest of y'all that have already graduated.
But she about to leave though.
Exactly.
Dang. You might as well go back to children's church because you ain't gonna have nobody in youth.
So I'm gonna be like the oldest person, I'm pretty sure.
So how do you feel? What are your thoughts on that?
It's weird because now a lot of the people come in, it's not like they're closer in my age. It's like the 12 and 13-year-olds trying to come in, and I know them, but it's not the same as talking to y'all. So.
Oh, I'm sorry, Noah. But it's okay. So it's okay. We all had to do our time.
Next time I'm in Baltimore.
You're a clown.
I'm like over there and fight you.
You're a clown. Also, how did you like the dynamic of youth when we were in it? Because I know I have some thoughts, but I want to hear yours first.
So, like, when I first started, it was, like, really small. Because I remember, it was, like, me, Michael, Elijah, and his sister.
Inaya, yeah.
Inaya, yeah. And then like COVID happened, right?
Yep.
So it was just out for like
because I wasn't old enough to be in youth yet. My birthday, so I wasn't. I used to beg my mom to let me stay at children's church. I had so many Bible bucks. I was ready to spend them. No, because they didn't do that in you. We have no snacks. I'm like, how you gonna keep me here and not feed me after? Like, you know. But so, how do you feel about us? Because I know we probably all thinking the same thing, but we just gonna talk about it. So how do y'all feel about us being on Genesis for so long? Let's talk about it. What's tea, you know?
I think COVID is what made it so unorganized. Because we were trying to do it online, and then once we got offline, we were back in the church.
Mm-hmm. You're a clown.
Once we got back in the church, and I don't mean back in church, I mean back in Dome, after it got remodeled, it kind of initiated like a restart. But I don't know. I think COVID is.
Are y'all still on it?
No.
Oh, thank God. What y'all on now?
Exodus. Let's start at Exodus. I did miss last week, so they might have got farther into it. But,
yeah.
I mean, I do think it could use some improvement.
Mm-hmm.
And especially it's different now because before I was in the children's ministry and I was hearing about also what their plans because I'm with my mom all the time. So.
Yeah, so you hear.
But now it's like for the youth stuff, it's like I only know so much, but it's COVID. The COVID really just mixed everything
up. What about you, Dom?
Yeah, like I know, like you said last time you were down there, you said they were still on Genesis, right? Mm-hmm. It does move rather slow. It's good content though, but it does move slow. It moves slow.
Yeah, I think Genesis was cool. We all loved from the beginning. Like we love Genesis. Only thing for me in my like the way I like to learn, it being just that long just messes me up. I don't know. I mean, obviously we're learning, but I just feel like if it was more like you said, like structured. Kind of because that's like what children's church is. Like we have our lessons and everything that they make for us. And then we have like the different things they teach us through it. I feel like I was learning.
Children's church is almost done with Exodus. I just want to put that out there.
Look at them moving faster than us. But I just feel like when I was in children's church, I just thought it was more like it was easier for me to learn the word. And I was able to like take it with me. But I think when I was doing youth before I left for school, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I wasn't learning anything to like apply to my life outside.
And now in person, I feel like one of the main issues that I noticed is that when we have a new kid that just come in for the youth, we always give them the run back because a lot of times when it is a new kid, it's a kid that has not gone to church. Usually they have a family member that go to church and they don't go to church like that. So it's like trying to catch them up to speed, and it has put us back a couple of times trying to bring other people up to speed. And I understand, like, everybody got to learn at some point. We all got to start somewhere. We grew up in church, but not everybody does that. Mm-hmm. But in order for I guess some of us to move forward, we kind of have to lead those people. Not lead them behind, but it's not all of us are just at the start where we have to restart. So it is, like, weird because I understand it, but and I don't want to say just like, oh, like, don't think about those people.
Yeah, that's true.
If we got to move forward, sometimes we can't recap the whole story.
Mm-hmm. So if y'all parents were to watch this, what would you say to them? Like, when it comes to your faith journey and, like, I would say first, like, what is something they taught you that you would want to say, like, you know, thank you for first? And then I'll go to my second part.
Faith related or in general?
I would say in general.
So mine's just common sense because people don't have common sense.
Common sense is not always common, guys. Like, I'm telling you.
And I feel like just that and knowing right from wrong, just in general. And not, because I know that's the thing with people and their parents where they feel like they have a set views and then as they get older, they change it.
They change, yeah.
Just like general stuff, even like the way, especially now with the rise of like people vaping and weed being illegal, it's very common to see people do that. And
it's okay, you can talk.
I was supposed to my friends, I could do that. For a reason, but just in general of like, I don't do none of that. I don't go nowhere. I be at home most of the time.
Hello. But
like I noticed it, especially when I was talking to one of my friends. He's like, "You ain't did none of that." I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
I feel like
but that's a good thing that you're not following the crowd. Right. Yeah.
But for some people, that really is like their life. They smoke weed, vape all the time. They don't really realize like it's not normal.
Yeah.
And it's not something they should be doing. I know weed is like the discourse that everybody has. Like, like people say you shouldn't. There's people who clearly think you shouldn't do it, and then there's people where it's like, I'm an adult, so I can
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't know. I feel like with my age group, with teenagers, it's very common for them to do it, even though they shouldn't be doing it. It's a lot of people who are addicts.
Yeah.
Cannot admit it. That was a big thing at my old school for sure, is people smoking weed and vaping. It'd be like 8 in the morning.
Yeah. So how do you, when it comes to like being surrounded by that? Because, I mean, that's a thing for me too. I mean, it's at school. I mean, honestly, it's everywhere. You can't really like not.
And you over there in Baltimore, so I know they probably be.
You're a fool. I mean, that's an everywhere thing.
It is an everywhere thing, but you had an HBCU, and I know the HBCU part.
All right, now, not too much.
I know they be getting down to HBCUs. I know they do.
But so no, I'm just saying, like, how do you go about not following the crowd, so to say? Because I mean, peer pressure is a thing. That's always a thing. Have you ever been?
No, I don't feel like I'll deal with peer pressure. I feel like how I am, like, no, I'm not gonna let nobody just bully me. Like,
hello. That's not a thing that happens.
Right.
That's what's up.
I know for some people, like, they might be more quiet and stuff, but like for me, it's like, just get out of my face.
Hello.
I'm not even gonna talk about it. But also, I've never been.
You're a
audience member.
Our one audience member, please. Shout out though.
Right.
Okay,
I like, for me, I've never been a person to follow the crowd, and also, I don't hang out with my friends all the time, so I'm usually not in those spaces where like I'm at somebody's house party
and they moving and grooving like that.
Right. And also, I feel like a big reason for me too, even with like just the common sense, is I am a late child by the very definition. Out of all my cousins, like in like at least my generation and family, like so aunts and uncles, kids, I'm the youngest.
Hello.
And the oldest is like 30 something. That's like the difference. So I'm so used to growing up around people that are older than me. I feel like there are sometimes where it's even like I don't realize like I'm dealing with teenagers. That teenagers just act like
teenagers.
Yep. And they don't got common sense. And that's why I can tell they act like an old man.
Hello. What about you, Dom? Anything like I would say your parents taught you that you might have adjusted or you went with, especially going to college and everything?
I'd say like probably like financial type of stuff.
Okay.
Like
come
number
on, money.
one, yep. Yeah. Good with money. That's a big thing because I know like some people when they get a hold of a credit card.
Hello. Swipe.
Also put away savings, stuff like that. Very important type of stuff. Yeah.
What would you say is something that they've given you like faith-wise when it comes to just being it in yourself or doing it yourself independently rather?
I'd say like two things, like finding Jesus throughout the Bible as you go, just to see Jesus working throughout the whole Bible, as well as not letting anybody like trick you, right?
Okay.
And that's a big thing, like not letting anybody like mislead you about what's what in the Bible, reading it for yourself.
Reading it for yourself, yeah. Because I know, especially like when you get to college, like you'll have religion classes and spiritual classes and all. I remember one of my professors, we're talking about like identity and stuff, and so a lot of people who are Christians, they were like, well, I feel like I'm nothing without God who's within me, right? And she was like really challenging us about it. And I feel like in those situations, you just gotta stand firm on your faith and your belief. Because I mean, there's people who want to change your mind about stuff, but it's like you gotta go in being like, nah, bruh, I got G-Man on my side. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, but for you though, when you go to school, there's gonna be a lot of instances. I just feel like, you know, stay in the word for sure. That's a big one. And then just, you know, knowing where you came from. Like, I think Dome set us up pretty good, you know, to know how to read the Bible, know how to do all the things we need to do to stay in the word. So, but yeah. You got any questions for us as college students? We're basically professionals now, you know.
Oh, you're basically professionals.
Yeah, we're second years, like, you know.
Oh, yep.
Hello.
Questions? Well,
it could be on anything. It don't gotta be on.
He was in a faith group. Are you in a faith group at your college?
It's called Young Life. I joined recently, like later into, because I was still trying to find which one fit my pocket. Because the one I joined first, I went to one Bible study, and it just felt weird to me. It was long. I'm like, why are we here for 3 hours? Like, you know what I'm saying?
The Lord.
I know, no, it's not even like that. It's more just like
I love to
they tried to like drag it so they could say we was here from 8 to whatever.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't like the Spirit was leading us. Cause sometimes in service we'll stay long if that's what He wants us to do. But it's also sometimes we'll leave short. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't really feel like that. But Young Life, when I joined, I really felt like it was a family for sure, and it was also led by adults, which was much better. The first one was led by students, so it was like student leaders within the group, which is cool. I mean, we're all adults, but it's just like sometimes you need like adults to like really guide you.
Adults.
Yeah, like actual pastors, those type of things. So I joined Young Life like my second semester. But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like faith groups, not that I'm weary of them, but one thing I've definitely learned, especially over COVID, when I wasn't going to a new church, but I was in a youth program. And my mom was doing something there. But I've definitely learned throughout my life that it is, just because we all say we're Christians, don't mean that I'm going to go to your service and we just going to agree on everything. I very much learned that, especially with Dome, like we all black church. So I was going to a youth program where it was like all white church pretty much. And it's not that so much made me, that wasn't the reason why I was like, this definitely is different. I'm not used to this. But it is a difference in like the way.
Like the dynamic for sure. Yeah,
especially, and even with like different races, how we interact with religion, it is a difference. And also, not always, but I feel like sometimes I think that like when somebody says they're a Christian, I'm like, oh yeah, me too. And then I see how they act, and I'm just like,
that is very Christian-like.
Yeah, I'm about to say like we're not one of the same.
Yeah. So what about you, Dom? Because you go to a predominantly white school. How's like the dynamic there? Because I know obviously the Christian group is mixed. I'm sure. Is it like a difference, or is it pretty much the same for you?
So we have like this my Christian group, and there's like other ones too, right? We actually have a chapter of like Young Life up at
oh, you do?
OU
Okay.
as well. Yeah. But for like my group, so it's mixtures, like a lot of white people, a lot of black people, we have people of other races as well. It's mostly white people, but like within the group itself, there are also like some subdivisions as well that have more black people. So
you're just in that pocket with them.
Yeah, but I also interact with like the other like larger group of people as well.
Okay. Yeah, I mean for us, the students in Young Life are obviously black. I mean, it's a black school, but the leaders are mixed. Okay. So, I mean, we still interact with each other. And I will say the dynamic's definitely different. However, I mean...
also, Dome is different than some churches, too.
Yeah, Dome is different. I mean, because we're not like... You know what I mean? We're not like crazy.
Me and my mom had this conversation a couple of times where we talk about the differences in how people worship in church, how their worship goes. Because I don't want to generalize, like, white churches, but some of the ones I've been to, they don't get to
stomping
and stomping. They don't do that. A lot of times you will see the audience, they just standing still, or the people singing standing still, swaying back and forth. And like
swaying back and forth.
And like, yes, that's what audience usually does, but for at least for Dome or for really a lot of black churches, you see their worship, they be stomping, they be dancing, running around.
So is it like, do you have a preference, or is it just because that's what you grew up on?
I'm used to. I like it, but also I just like songs with more rhythm. Yeah, with that.
With more rhythm. Not you coming for the people.
I'm not saying they have no rhythm.
Not you.
But the songs
we love all
are
Christians,
But the songs are like, they're not like.
They're not as like.
They are like very songs where it's like, we're gonna stand here and worship the Lord. We're gonna stand in His presence.
No, it's a boy.
Yes, we have songs like that.
But there's a mix.
But yeah, usually there's a point where we do that. But there's still to get you engaged, to get you hyped. Yes, I like that.
You like that part of it. When did you guys start like engaging in praise and worship? That's a good question. I'm gonna pat myself on the back and the reason I asked this is because literally, it took me a minute to like feel comfortable raising your hand in church and stuff.
Like you look weird if you start dancing and
I thought it was just
everybody
me.
Else.
I could have sworn I thought it was just me. I swear everybody looking at me. I'm like,
my mom be next to, she don't care about none of that. I'm just be sitting there like.
What about you? Did it take you longer or did you like start earlier?
It was kind of like on and off for me.
Okay.
Like I'll have like periods where I'm like, maybe more upbeat, but then I'll have like periods where it's more, I'm kind of just standing.
You're just chilling.
Yeah, it turns into almost like prayer, which is kind of.
Feet start hurting after a while, so I'll be ready to sit down.
Noah! What you mean your feet?
Because the shoes I be wearing just don't.
The shoes
I'm wearing right now. If I stand around for these too long, I'll be ready to sit down. I was ready to sit down there. And I just be saying it because it's church.
No, what?
So I'm not gonna just sit down. I'm at least stand up until the end.
You can take a little rest. I mean,
but the shoes, just like certain shoes, they just don't be comfortable.
How we get on the topic of shoes, Noah?
Because we talking about participating in worship. I'll be there, but there's a certain point where
it's like I gotta sit down.
I get uncomfortable. I just be like, I don't be wanting to.
So that's why when you on cameras, you be sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
You're a boy, but no, it took me a minute. I would say definitely I was in high school when I felt like I was comfortable enough to, But actually what really helped, shout out to Navarro, what really helped was doing cameras.
Oh, yeah.
I think because you can hide behind the camera and then they not paying attention to you because they don't want to be on camera. Because if I look at you, you on camera.
Even my mom's like, don't put that camera on. I'm like, it ain't got you.
I see it. I'd be like, go to my mom, literally.
I might get you.
So the cameras definitely helped me. Did y'all like doing... Because we moved, obviously, different locations. Y'all like doing here or back at the old?
Oh, here's what's better because back at the old place, we have to pack up all the time.
Oh, I never packed up. Did I? No, I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't pack up because they probably didn't tell you to pack up. They
Hello.
probably asked you.
Shout out to y'all for not letting me pack up. No, I can put a camera up, but...
But we was putting cameras up. We was rapping cords. We was doing a whole lot.
I might have rapped a chord or two. Now, don't do me like that. I might have
done a chord or two?
Yeah. I did my due diligence.
Did you see what them chords was like? Those things would go from
They're
here
long.
to the
No,
end
they are long. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, a chord or two. I did my big one.
Still, I didn't appreciate, but it's so much better than now that we're here. We don't have to do all of that.
Hello.
We're at our home base.
We could just keep our home base.
Yep, home base. Remodeled and everything.
Terrible. So, Dom, what's your major at school right now?
So my major is IT. I used to be in graphic design.
Okay, let's talk about it. Why'd you switch majors? You were going to be my graphic design guy.
AIT, I mean, it makes a lot more money.
Hello.
Put that out there.
That's true.
Yeah. As well as I had a class in web design, which is like a mix between like graphic design and computer science
stuff.
and IT. Yeah. But I realized I was enjoying doing the coding part way more than I was the design.
The design creative part. Okay.
So I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to change my major because I can make more money and do something that I also really enjoy.
Yeah, that's true. So I know this is a big question, but where do you see yourself 10 years from now? I know, big question.
I do not know.
That's a good
see
answer.
yourself, Hannah.
Where I see myself? I got an Emmy by then. Oh, hello.
Okay.
Let's manifest that.
Okay.
All of us got one. There you go. We're going to be all in the same thing.
Gravy too.
But I think you don't do music.
I can start.
You going to start rapping? Now, you know who should have a Grammy? Matt, behind the camera.
Yeah.
This dude be rapping every Sunday service. So, we'll have a Grammy. Between all of us, we can get an EGOT. Hello. Oscar and the Tony. Anybody do musicals? I don't know, but we can start.
We can get Jessica.
Yep, I'm telling you, we'll have EGOT. But I think
almost had to do it when I was on that trip. I ain't gonna lie.
You gonna do a musical?
I was about to have her getting harmonized lessons. I was sure will.
A harmonized lesson. No, but I think just keep doing a podcast for sure. Obviously got my degree. I don't know if I want to get a master's or anything. I feel like if I'll be extra and get that, maybe.
I don't do that because I don't even like school.
That's real.
I don't. So
that's
it's
real.
I'm gonna get out of high school, go to college. I know college is gonna be a different experience, but it's already. I'm trying to get as many scholarships as I can because I don't want to be a student debt.
Hello, let's talk about it. Student debt is real.
But it's I don't want to spend the first half of my life just trying to be in school. And that's it, and not do anything else. Because some people, they be in school till they're 30 or almost 30.
And shout out to them. They did their big one. That's not me, though. That's not me.
It's good to do. It shows that they really care about
and dedicated to their education. Yeah.
But also, some people do that and then they get jobs that have nothing to do with their
let's talk about it. Come on, no, I know you're so wise.
Like even one of my cousins, I think she did go to. I don't remember exactly what she got, but I know she got out of college. I don't remember what she went for, but I do remember just talking to her about it. She's like, "Yeah, I didn't get any jobs that like
related to her degree."
Well,
yeah, that's crazy.
It's like I don't want to do that.
Yeah, because a lot of people, like I know, like my mom was telling me, a lot of people she works with, they did like pre-med undergrad, and they doing workforce development.
2 different things.
Shout out to them though, but that's not doctor. Because I just feel like, do y'all feel like college is a waste of time?
It's really a scam.
We're getting deep.
Really a scam.
You think it's a scam?
It really is a scam.
I feel like if you play the game right, it's not a scam.
But not everybody has the resources to play it right.
Hello. Come on, Noah.
Not everybody has the academic achievements to show that they can get a bunch of scholarships. Not everybody got the money to do it. Mm-hmm. But colleges push so much that they just feel like they have to go in order to do something. And I've already kind of thought to myself, like, if I find a job that is willing to like teach me something I want to know, I would kind of rather. You would rather do that? Yeah, than go to college, because for me it makes more sense. It's not only my learning skills, but I make it money.
Yeah, that's true. I think one thing my mom instilled me was college doesn't have to be the next thing you do, but as long as you got a plan to do something, right? We moving and grooving. You can't just be chilling at the crib doing nothing. You know what I mean?
It's actually funny because I live right by Oakland University, so one day I'm gonna just pop up on him.
Hello.
I can give you a tour and everything.
I can give you a tour.
I really should.
So do you think college is a waste of time? I mean, since we could both speak on it because we've been in it for a year. Or how do you feel?
I'd say it depends on your major, quite frankly. Like some majors, I mean, I can see how you could use college for it, but like,
you got an example or not really?
But see, IT, he can use that. That's why.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it's the reason why between like, in those studio art majors who are watching, I'm not coming for you here, but it's the reason I chose graphic design over studio art, right? Like when I was doing that, because I'm like, with graphic design, you can do like a lot more stuff, and with studio art, like it's not as involved with like the technology stuff, which in like the world today is going a lot in the technology direction. So
that's true.
Yeah.
So do you still want to do like end up in the graphic design world, but still doing like tech stuff, or just tech stuff in general, or it doesn't matter to you as long as you make it bank?
Honestly, I do both. Like,
okay.
I still have a little bit of graphic design knowledge, but I'd also want to do the tech stuff.
Yeah. That's what's up. All right, well, Noah, I hope in 1 year, you're a junior, right? You're about to be a senior. Dang. I hope in 1 year, we're going to run this back and see what your thoughts are.
Oh, yeah.
Once you have actually, no, 2 years, because you'll have a year under college under your belt.
Still run it back.
Noah, want to come back on the podcast?
Yeah, I'm recurring guest.
Recurring every year. Yep. We'll do one every year. I like doing one every year. You get to see people's progress.
We could literally come back here next week.
Yeah, we really could.
That's the thing.
Next week too early. This one not even gonna be up. They gonna be like, "How you back twice? We ain't even seen him the first time."
But like, just at general being at here, it's very easy to,
No, but we definitely should though.
Yep.
Anything else y'all want to say? Any advice you got for the people who might be watching? Any wisdom, or y'all good?
I don't really have anything else to say.
No, well, you're very wise today.
You're valuing your education, because a lot of people do, and that's how they end up depressed.
Okay. I have a silly wisdom fact. If you're ever moving out of an apartment or a house anywhere, take the shelves out of your refrigerator. Because I was moving out of college, my dorm, and everything fell out.
Ooh.
Like the shelves and stuff.
1, 3, 5, 9.
That's okay.
8, 0, 6, 5.
It's okay. It's not live, guys, so we can always edit it.
My phone. I was scared.
Who is it? Are we being attacked?
Right.
Just some technical difficulties.
Nah, for real.
Our one audience member. You had one job.
Tech support.
We were literally wrapping it up. wrapping it up. Okay. Oh, but yes, that's my piece of advice. Take your take your shelves out of your refrigerator before you're moving. That's my piece of advice. But thank you guys so much for talking with me. I truly appreciate it. And peace up, A-Town. Y'all did y'all big one.
You need to make a jingle.
Oh, yeah.
We did it.
You still need to make a jingle. Still.